Hello, and thank you for joining us for a Steel Cloud tutorial. Today we'll be showcasing one of the newest features for ConfigOS Command Center version 2.7.5, the ability to export a policy from a scan result. To begin, you would go to Setup Endpoints. If you've never scanned or remediated an endpoint before, you would set up the endpoint in accordance with our other training, scan the endpoint, and then meet us in the results section after clicking the icon that looks a bit like a calculator. We will join you here. So in the results tab, I pulled up a Windows 10 machine to showcase this feature. This feature is best used to duplicate machines that have already gone through accreditation or machines that have a specific app stack that require specific STIG settings. This will export what the system finds on the system at the time the scan is run. It will not include ranges, but will include the absolute values recorded by the tool during the time of the scan or the remediation post-scan. Again, if you have an enterprise that contains many similar endpoints, this is the right tool for you. So, if you've already done your scan or you're choosing from scans, don't forget we have a drop down here where you can choose one of many jobs to export from. We're going to choose this Windows 10 as an example. Simply click the icon here and you have a number of options: HTML, JSON, policy file, checklist. We're going to export results to policy file. The warning is to inform you that there are things that are not acceptable to the STIG. You should already be aware of this by the time you get to this step. This is to remind you that the items that are captured now will not be in STIG compliance, but they will be a duplicate of the system you are scanning. So again, this is for use on systems that already have waivers, are accredited, or are so specific as to need STIG settings to be duplicated across multiple machines. Also, HKCU controls will not be included in the exported policy. This feature is only available for Windows operating systems and will not work on Linux, SQL, or IIS. Please click Yes to continue. You're presented with a dialog box containing the name of the policy and where you'd like to save it. We're going to save to our desktop to make it easy to find. Generated policy, Win10, save. The dialog box at the bottom, which captures many useful points of information, informs us that it is done. Once you have that complete, you're left with the next option in the list. How do I use the CXP file that I just created? A CXP is a ConfigOS XML policy. It is not useful until it's containerized into a ConfigOS signature container. You may take that policy and load it directly into the containerization engine, which is the Foundry, to begin working right away. Or you may go into the signature builder and choose the policy in order to be able to make changes to it. So again, as I mentioned, there are no ranges. It found that your minimum password length was 8 on that box, and it will be 8 on any boxes you apply it to after that. If you need to make changes, it's very simple. You simply select the endpoint, change the value, save changes, and then save signature. In this case, we're going to call it Rev24 and save. In this way, you can make minor changes to account for slight differences in between boxes that are more or less the same in terms of STIG policy. Again, the policy is not useful until you package it. We will package the original signature, but to package the change signature, all you would have to do is click Add Files, select it, and hit OK. You should always give your signature container a meaningful name. Hit OK. It's done and is placed on our desktop. If we go back to our tool, we can then go to Setup Endpoints. We can choose another We can choose to add another Windows 10 machine or select an existing Windows 10 machine, go to Edit, choose the policy container, and check our clone signatures. By clicking the green checkbox, we'll be good to go. Now, once you hit Scan and Remediate, it will be cloning this machine to the previous Windows 10 machine scan tutorial. If you have any questions, please email us at support@sealcloud.com or contact your sales representative. Thank you.